Hey everybody, welcome back to Jak and Daxter. We went to the second hub worlds of the game, Rock Village. Now, right away, you can tell in contrast to the previous area. Wow, this doesn't look good. There's fire. There's water, which is terrible in any game whatsoever. And then the blue sage is missing. Great.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that teleporter tingling sensation. Hey! It looks like the blue sage threw a party.
Oh my! Rock Village is on fire!
One heck of a party.
Ooh,
No,
hate how they deliver that line.
Is being bombarded with flaming boulders. Oh, and it looks like the blue sage is working on a levitation machine to move them. Assuming it's operational, we're gonna need power cells to fuel it. I guess you two are going to have to find some more.
We'd better take
I
a
guess
look
you
at
two are
it
gonna
now.
have to find some more. Go away!
Go check on the villagers, then come back and give us an update. And take the fur ball with you.
Here we go again. You think you wouldn't have to get any more power cells? I mean, come on, it's just we got enough, right? We don't need any more. What's the point? Anyway, there's a scout fly. Oh, talking today. Doesn't work. Anyway, speaking of talking, since this is pretty much going to be a bland cutscene going to interrupt me, I actually got a new microphone, if you couldn't tell. My old one broke. I put my USB... It's basically, it is a detachable USB. Thank you for interrupting me. Yeah, just let this go.
Light, for it has twisted the fate of one of you. Bring me
You're a little late on that.
Precursor orbs for each power cell I contain. Here is another power cell for your quest.
Anyway, as I was saying, I have a new microphone. This is a pretty good story. And I'm glad this is a long part that I can explain it. Yeah, it's not going to take that long though. Basically, I put the USB into my old, the blue snowball microphone.
You two look like a couple of
more
capable
cutscenes.
fellows. I've got a research project going, and maybe you could help me out.
Hey, we're the ones on a big quest here. We ask you for help.
Well, perhaps we can help each other. I've been
Yeah, okay.
studying the burrowing habits of lightning moles in the Precursor basin next to our village for years. But now those awful lurkers have scared the moles to the surface. And since they're blind as bats, they can't find their way back underground. If you could herd them back into their burrowing tunnels, you might just save their lives. I've got a power cell that says you can do it.
Yeah, lightning moles. We care. Maybe for 2 power cells.
Nice try. But I would be willing to part with another power cell if you two find me 90 Precursor orbs for my research equipment. Fair enough?
Do you want your village saved or not? Anyway, what I was saying, my microphone, I had the blue snowball one. If you've ever seen that, it's like a little big round microphone. It has its own stand, it's USB. I plugged the USB in, it's detachable as it's designed, and I tried to pull it out and it wasn't going in properly, and then I'm like, okay, I must have put in the USB slightly off, and I took it out, put it in, still not working, took it out, and all of a sudden the entire USB plug-in area rips out with the USB.
Oh, no, not
Great.
another hero. I lost my short on this so-called hero's big fight against the monster up there. Trust me, the smart money's on the monster. That wager pretty much tapped me out. So, I got a proposal. Bring me 90 orbs to get me back on my feet and out of this barrel, and I'll give you a power cell in return. And if you're game, I do have one more bet on mine. My big comeback. Beat the record time racing Dead Man's Gorge in the Precursor Basin, and I'll get a pretty payoff. For that, I'll give you another power
That
cell.
barrel and the cork have a terrible position.
Oh, my aching head.
Hey, that's one of your vital organs. Walk it off, tough guy.
Oh, sure, I was tough once. Maybe even the toughest of them all. I single-handedly defended this village from those horrid creatures for almost a year. Then
Okay,
that horrible
Hercules.
monster arrived and commenced the boulder bombardment. So, full of valor, armor shining in the sun, I climbed the hill to take him on. But he pounded me like one tenderizes a yakkow steak.
Have you tried attacking him with your melodrama? Cause it's killing me.
After my last stunning failure, he sealed the passageway to his roost with a 30-ton boulder, leaving no way for anyone to challenge him again. So,
Think about putting a
our
30-ton boulder in
sage,
front of my
a
door.
master of blue eco and a mechanical genius, devised a machine capable of lifting the boulder out of the way. But alas, he disappeared before we had a chance to turn it on. And he took all of his power cells with him. At least I was able to pull enough pontoons out of our bridge to prevent that monster from coming down here to do me harm.
Yeah, good job, tough guy. But we're gonna need you to put him back and stuff.
Oh, sure. And seal my doom?
Yes.
All right. Fine. Bring me 90 Precursor orbs and I'll let the pontoons loose. But I'm not going to fight that monster again.
You also get a power cell for bringing him 90 orbs, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, as I was saying, so the USB, when I pulled it out, it destroyed the USB insert port thing, along with the USB. So, and well, obviously the microphone. So I had to get a new one. And so I go to Best Buy, which is, yeah, I know, no kidding, especially at Best Buy. Anyway, what I was saying, the Best Buy I went to had a music section. I don't know if all of them do. I know there's some of them that do and some of them that don't. Basically, the musical instruments section, and they sell microphones there. Some are really high quality, professional quality, etc. Can range. It's Best Buy quality. Anyway, so I'm looking at the one that I bought, and I'm thinking, oh, there's a 2-year warranty. But then I'm like thinking, no, it's physical damage. I'm pretty sure they don't cover that for some reason. It's got to be. If I can't get the warranty on it, fine. I've got 2 microphones. But anyway, I had a gift card, and I figured I might as well pick one up. So I picked. I'm looking at the microphones, and I didn't really want to buy the same one again. So I found this Samson microphone, and it was a really nice. It has like this really nice design. You've got it's smaller than what I had, which is perfect. It's kind of like those the original studio quality microphones, where it was that I can't really explain the it's like those older ones that you would see on the stand, and would be just look at like stuff from early broadcasting. You would see those type of microphones. But anyway, it's that type of design, and it's really nice. It has its own stand, but basically there were two models out there. There's the one that I got, and also the one that I supposedly bought. The second model, well, it's supposed to be like this chrome look, silvery, you know, that. But the one I bought for the same price as the chrome version is actually the limited edition golden one. There's like I didn't notice this when I bought it, and obviously the person who sold me it didn't notice it. And apparently Best Buy rang up this limited edition golden plated microphone as the same price as the chrome microphone. It wasn't like, it was a matter of just him scanning the box, and it came up as the regular one. I paid $99.99 for it plus tax, and basically whoever stocked it didn't do a good job of seeing that it was an actually more expensive model than it was supposed to be. And I look at the box and it says 1 of 400, and that's the first thing that clued me in. Like, this isn't right. And I look closer at the box. It's gold. I'm like, oh, okay. It's a color difference. I don't really mind. It's gold. It's cool. But then I look online, and this golden one is supposed to retail for $149.99. On top of that, because it's a limited edition golden microphone that just released, I'm gonna assume, and there's only 1 of 400. There's only 400 available. People are trying to sell this thing for higher prices. Some of the prices I saw on eBay was like $299.99. That's crazy. So I have this microphone that I bought for $50 cheaper, plus a $25 gift card, and yeah, I think I did pretty well in getting this by complete accident. I don't know if this is just a running trend with Best Buy, or is it just mine? Because my Best Buy has also listed the limited edition Final Fantasy 13-2 as the standard price as the regular edition of Final Fantasy 13-2. I think it was also on sale for like 20% off or something. So along with the standard edition, it's the edition that comes with a book. I believe that's a special edition of Final Fantasy 13-2. It may be exclusive to Best Buy. I can't remember. I haven't bought Final Fantasy 13-2 yet to finish the first one, which I'll get around to one of these years. But basically I've been noticing some price irregularities. Big word. At that store, so hopefully I can get some more deals out of it. I don't think it's gonna happen, but you never know. I paid $50 less for a microphone that could eventually I could profit off of if I really wanted to sell it, which I don't really care to. It also came with, if you're wondering, it comes with it's a detachable USB as well. It's like the same one that the PS3 uses, which is better because the one that came with the other one was a different type of USB that only printers or some other devices use. I know my old capture card, the Pinnacle PC TV, some number model, which only works on XP now, only use that type. Well, they use that type of USB, but basically it's a common but not as common USB type. So it's better for me. But it is a gold-plated USB, which, by the way, if you are buying a gold-plated anything when it comes to electronics, like if they're saying buy the gold HDMI cables, remember this: the only way that you can corrode a USB cable, or any cable of that for that matter, is if you throw it out in a rainstorm and deliberately have rainfall on it. You cannot corrode things unless water is deliberately put on it. At that point, I don't even think it would work, because water, electricity, go figure. The gold-plated does nothing. Little drawing tip for you guys: buy anything on Amazon when it comes to USBs or HDMI cables or whatever. And I'm not endorsed by them. I'm just saying it's just don't even go with gold-plated or diamond-plated, as I've seen Monster put out. And anything made by Monster, I think anybody could say anything Monster makes is pretty much a rip-off. Just buy the cheap $8 cables or $3. God, I've seen them for pennies on Amazon. These HDMI cables. Just go with that. It makes no difference. You can't really change digital that much. Analog maybe. Digital not so much. Jeez. Okay, what are we going to talk about next? Let's see. Oh yeah, we're in the middle of using a vehicle in a Jak game. That is always going to work. Oh god. So what we did before, we did the plants. You basically take the green eco, which is the only use in the game aside from healing, to revive those dark eco plants. I'm not sure if you don't open up the green eco valves. If it won't activate, I'm pretty sure it won't work unless you have it activated, or remove the rocks. But yeah, basically you just have to get a full. You can fill up the green eco, and then your vehicle pretty much spreads the green eco as it moves. You just have to get all of them before the plants regrow, which isn't that hard at all. Now, you have to chase these, what do they call them, mouse rats? These rat things, these gerbil squirrel rat conquer whatevers. Anyway, I don't know why I'm checking my thing there, but okay. Remember, I'm doing post commentary, so I am not talking while I'm playing. I will go back to that style, but I just want to try this out for once. And we got that for getting the scout flies, I believe. It was, I don't know how many. We are doing a full platinum run, but I did not record Jak 2 or Jak 3, and I did not get 100% in those games, or 200% or whatever they are. I've only 100% of the first Jak game. Out of all the Naughty Dog games for PlayStation and beyond the PlayStation, or PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, I've only 100%ed everything but Jak 2, 3, and X for Naughty Dog games. I guess I technically didn't do Uncharted 2 100% either because of the DLC, and I guess Uncharted 3 now because they're adding DLC to multiplayer. I didn't get. I don't know. I basically get the platinum and most, or the 100% equivalent for trophies, except for Jak 2 and Jak 3, which require getting the Precursor orbs, and which are pretty much a very scarce and optional collectible in Jak 2 and 3, which I think most of you know that. Unless this is the first time you've actually seen Jak and Daxter, which is hard to believe. It's yeah, the Precursor orbs in this game are extremely common. There's 1,000 of them, where there's 200 and some odd number in, I want to say 268 or 258 in Jak 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then there are 600. Yeah, 600 to 300 in Jak 2, or Jak 3, sorry. Yeah, I think it's 600. I only got 300 in that game, and I just didn't go back. I could possibly get 100% in Jak 3. It's just, at this point, I'd rather just get through a bunch of other games and waste a lot of time doing that, because I could take another 15 hours, who knows. Because I hate any vehicle in a Jak game. Jak X is kind of an exception, but even that game is kind of broken. And it definitely is broken if your save files cannot save properly and corrupts your entire memory card. Yeah. And we got, I cannot read that, Purple Pain. Yeah, I use Final Cut Pro 10, and I can have a playback feature, and the playback's not the same quality as you would get when you upload. I'd say it's about 360p right now, with choppy frame rate. Not as bad as what Pinnacle can get to, but yeah, this is a lot better, even though at times it's a lot slower, even though Pinnacle is really slow, so there's not really much of a loss there. Anyway, wow, what else can we talk about that? Yeah, like another 10-20 minutes. Yikes. This is going to be a long part, as I said. Lots of just blindly exploring and finding things in this part. That's what I don't like about vehicle sections in a game. It's not very, when it's too open of an area and you're just not finding things immediately, but you're kind of finding things, it's annoying. This is kind of a condensed area. You've still got some annoying parts. Get in there. Alright, well, I don't know, are we going to go back to do that or not? I actually haven't reviewed this part from the video. Yeah, we do. Okay. And I know, okay, I guess we don't. God, I need to know this video. Anyway, we're going to be missing, I I know that there's one part of Rock Village that I didn't get to, much like how I didn't get all the parts or everything in Sandover Village immediately. We'll get that towards the end of the next part or the part after. I basically forgot to grab the blue eco and open a blue eco valve. The ones that spit out all the blue all the precursor orbs.
So if you kind of notice a quick jump cut, I actually paused that recording of the audio, and this is going to sound like a paradox, but I actually did review the part now, so everything you heard prior is a lie. Because I remember that I didn't beat the record time on the first try, so I just went back and spliced that in there, put the video, audio in. Anyway, I'm Magic. So, this area sucks a lot. Suck something fierce, so this is this is the majority of the second world. There is one level after this, and it's not as long as this. This is just mindless driving in an open field, and there's squirrels and, oh god, I hate this. This is the declining point of the fun, and then it gets right back up. But this is just it doesn't help that there's a thunderstorm in the middle of it. It's like you make it gloomy and then you give us a vehicle level. That's not good. Thankfully this is like the second to last time we'll ever use this thing. After that, or well, use it one last time, but at least it's linear. But even that's a pain. But driving in this game. I'm glad that the driving in Uncharted is just automatic. But then again, that engine would be completely different. So who knows? I'm still kind of bummed out they didn't do Uncharted. I mean, come on, everybody noticed that it's, Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3, CTR, Jak 1, Jak 2, Jak 3, Jak X Combat Racing. Yeah. Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, The Last of Us. Wait a minute. I'm just assuming that Uncharted will not sell out and continue to be awesome, but Golden Abyss was not what it was supposed to be. I was really disappointed with Golden Abyss. It was not good. It was okay. Graphically, it was nice. The story was, well, it was a prequel, so you know what they could and couldn't do. And they couldn't do something between, well, might have been able to. If they did something between Uncharted 2 and 3 or 1 and 2. I don't know. Maybe if they didn't have the, if they didn't make the motion comic where it was before Uncharted 1 and led into Uncharted 1, that would have been cooler. If the story of the motion comic became the PlayStation Vita title, that would have been cooler. But no, I don't know. It feels very distant from its from what it could have been. Personally, and this may be a spoiler for those who don't know the beginning of Uncharted 3, so for the next next minute, just ignore me or mute me, whatever. But in Uncharted 3, towards the beginning of the game, you play as young Nathan Drake. So he's basically like he's 15, I believe, at the time. Why don't they just pull like in young Indiana Jones and start making the ones based on his early years of being a treasure hunter? Granted, he was in jail for like, I think this is a year or two. But I don't know. And I know that they said that he was arrested or something, like when he was 16 or 17. But he says that slowly bails him out, but I don't know. but still, having a younger version of him would have been an interesting twist and could have worked. It's just, I don't know. I think if there were to be a portable, I guess they're trying to not do that, because whenever if you think portables, you're thinking, oh, they're gonna make a smaller character get the spotlight, like how Daxter got his own spotlight because he was the smaller character, or how Clank got his own game in Secret Agent Clank because he was the smaller character. And it's, hey, there's the smaller sidekick to the PlayStation 2 or PS3. You know, it's like, I think they wanted to say that the PlayStation Vita is the PlayStation 3, not really, as a portable console. It's a handheld. It's, I don't know. I still prefer having more of a distance between the having the PS Vita between the PS3, rather than just shoehorning a full-blown Uncharted when it's just not capable of getting the right developer. Or, well, the developer's fine. I think Sony did a nice job, but I think they've really rushed it at some point. The polish is not not there as well. So that's my review of Uncharted Golden Abyss in a nutshell. Touchscreen controls could have been a little bit better. And I do disagree with some reviewers who are saying that Golden Abyss had poor motion controls. I thought they were spot on, kind of like how Zelda had it with the gyro controls. But that's my opinion. So as you can see, we're going through these Spyro-inspired hoops in order to get another power cell. I think you can tell anything you do in this game that is self-explanatory has a power cell attached to it. Much like how everything in Mario 64 had a power star attached to it. This is kind of unoriginal. Well, I don't know. It's doing its thing. It's doing what you'd expect. Go through some hoops. At least you don't see Nathan Drake going through hoops randomly, just to do some kind of mini game. Of course, I think we just have to have. I think at some point we have to just somebody has to come out with a game like Conker's Bad Fur Day, where everything is just self-aware and becomes goes to the point where it's like making fun of games and what do you think of a typical 3D platformer, or basic gaming lore where everything's taken for granted and it's like, why are we doing this way? Or, but still having a solid premise to back it up. You're not gonna rush out a crappy game just to say, oh, we shouldn't do this in games, or they did it wrong, or so and so. You have to have a solid game like Conker's Bad Fur Day was, or yeah, that's the only one I can really think of. Maybe 30-second hero or half-minute hero. That's what it's called. I actually got that for the PlayStation Vita as well. So I always played the demo of it, but I never got a chance to play the full game. So right here, I kind of messed this up. Okay, I didn't kind of. I did. You're supposed to take that blue eco and get a second one, and then yeah.
Here's a power cell to help you out. Now I can get back to my research.
All right, Lara Croft. We'll see you later. Oh wait, we have to give her like power cells again. Shoot. Whoa. That is that circle.
Here's a power cell we agreed upon.
Alright, you go raid some tombs or something. We'll see you later. Oh yeah, after this game, they pretty much Tomb Raider's been going down. Even though now it's going back to, hey, Uncharted copied us. We're gonna copy Uncharted. Okay.
Oh, wonderful. got me the Precursor orbs.
Yep.
All right. I'll fix the bridge. But
You do
don't
that.
ask me to get involved with that creature again.
Oh wait a minute, there is another level. Completely forgot. There's a swimming-ish level where let's see, wasn't there another? Think of the if you played A Hero's Tale, think of that aquatic or Atlantis-like level. Yeah, it's pretty much that level, but Jak and Daxter did it first and 50,000 times better.
Oh,
Something like
great
that.
moves, kid. I knew that time record would fall. Now here's your power cell, and I can go collect my big payoff.
Trying to detect which one is voiced by Clancy Brown. I'm gonna say they could both be.
Whoa, yeah! These orbs will help me win my way back out of this barrel. Here's the power cell, I promise.
You know, I wonder if Brennan O'Brien did that voice instead. He sounds a bit like Brio. That's my point. You didn't know Brennan O'Brien did the majority of the Crash boss voices. He did Brio. Off the top of my head, I honestly don't remember all of them, but I know he did Brio for sure. He might have done Engine. Clancy Brown, did Cortex and Uka Uka. He also did the voice of the Baron from Jak 2.
Great! You have the cells for the machine. They ought to provide enough power to lift that boulder.
Which I did this by accident. if you're
There we go.
wondering.
Now be careful facing that monster lurker at the top.
Wait! I'll stay here and protect Kira. Jak, I think you're ready to handle that monster without me.
Oh, really heroic.
Let's just put him in the death note already. So we're not going to go over there. I'm just going to check for a second if we need to get any Precursor orbs, however. Because sometimes they do that. But from what I remember, there wasn't anything up here. Yeah. I know there's a glitch that somebody found that you can skip this entire world. Just by, as long as you can get over there. Yeah. You don't want to go back there yet. Unless you really want to and just miss out on an easy platinum. Which this game is. Anyway, I believe we're just going to go on to the next level. We're going to go into the jungle. Which is not back there where that big brownish thing is. That's the other level. That's the aquatic underwater level that is not actually underwater. But it takes place underwater, but it's in a dome thing. It's better than an underwater level. Yeah, sure we'll go with that. And for some reason I'm loving this land. Yeah, you get over there. Now, I didn't know this. Good job. I didn't know this when I was recording. I think I might have brought this up, but if you constantly tap the analog stick in the direction you want to go, like go back, like flick it constantly, Jak will restart his swimming animation, and that animation is apparently making him go swim faster, so you'll get bursts of speed when you do that. Kind of. How that works, I don't know. Video game logic. But, of course, we cannot question video game logic, as everybody knows. So, let's break this box using our hands or face, whatever that is. So I think that's enough for one part. I'll see you in the next part, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Also, post a comment, like the video, put your social stuff on, and throw it on Facebook. Tell all your friends that this is an amazing, amazing, amazing video. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out the playlist. See you later. And yes, I said amazing 3 times.